Good morning, guys. Today's video is going to be a get ready with me video. I miss filming these so much, and it's for a very casual and chill, more like a relaxed day. So I'm going to start with my hair. I just got out of the shower, and the hair portion of this video is a partnership with Garnier Fructis. So thanks to Garnier for partnering with me. And I'm going to first start with the Garnier Fructis Style Sleek and Shine Anti-Humidity Smoothing Milk, which I've used before on my channel. This stuff is awesome. So I like to apply this on my damp hair, and this will ensure 24-hour frizz resistance and smoothness. So then, of course, I like to blow dry my hair, and I like to blow dry it as straight as possible. So first, I like to obviously section my hair off into several sections and then start from the bottom. And then I like to use like a round brush and just begin blow drying it as straight as possible, like I said. When it comes to blow drying my bangs, I learned that when you blow dry it to the front of your face and then just let it go, it looks so pretty when you part your hair. It just flows beautifully to the side. So that's kind of how I like to blow dry my bangs. And then I like to apply the Garnier Fructis Anti-Humidity Smoothing Milk one more time, just because this really helps, tame down my hair, helps control the frizz. And then lastly, I do like to apply one more product, and this is the Garnier Fructis Sleek and Shine Flat Iron Perfector. And this stuff is awesome if you want your hair to be super straight and, smooth, but it also protects from the heat, which is great, especially if you're going to go ahead and flat iron your hair. I try to flat iron the areas that look unfinished because I don't like to flat iron my entire hair. I just feel like sometimes if you want a little bit of volume and a little bit of like balance and playfulness, it's nice to leave some of it blow dried and some of it flat ironed, if that makes sense. So I like to just mix it up. Anyway, the hair is done. Let's move on to the makeup. Starting off with my primer, and this is the Too Faced Hangover Primer, and I'm just applying that all over my skin. And then for my foundation, I'm going in with my Tom Ford foundation, which I recently purchased and have been loving it, I must add. So I'm applying this all over. For my concealer, I'm going with the Tarte Tape Shape Concealer in medium light and applying this under my eyes as well as the center of my face, because you guys know I like to highlight and conceal at the same time. I just find it to be so much easier. And then if I'm not feeling lazy, of course, I do grab my beauty blender to kind of blend everything in place, which is what I did today. And then I also like to apply my translucent powder under my eyes with my beauty blender, because I feel like this way it really stays put and my concealer does not crease. For my highlighter, I'm going to go in with this new product by MAC. This is one of their brand new highlighters. It looks really beautiful and subtle on the high points of my cheeks, so I really like it. So I'm just applying that kind of on the center as well as a little bit on my eyes, because I think it adds a really nice touch of glow. So then for my bronzer, I'm going in with the Estee Lauder bronzer, which I haven't used on my channel, I don't think, before, but it's new to me and I've been really enjoying it. Applying it on the hollows of my cheeks and then kind of all over to create a sun-kissed glow, so just a little bit on my nose as well. And then I felt like I needed something a little bit warmer, so I'm going in with my BH Cosmetics bronzer, and this is more of like a yellow undertone bronzer, so I like to apply that all over just to kind of warm up the complexion, because I feel like the Estee Lauder one had a little bit of a red undertone. So then for my blush, I'm going in with this MAC blush, which I will link below. I can't remember the name of it now, but I'm just applying that on the apples of my cheeks. Onto my eyes, I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier all matte super light lavender color. It's so pretty. And then I'm just going to apply this all over my eyelids, and then grabbing the warm bronzer by BH Cosmetics, I'm just going to apply this on my crease, because this is going to be a really pretty sort of transitional color and also just open up my eye, because I do have like a medium to heavy fold, I would say. So then for my brows, I'm using my favorite pencil. This is by the Brow Gal, and then just kind of filling it in and also brushing them upwards for like a natural effect. Okay, moving on to my eyes, I wanted to create a very subtle brown cat eye. And so first I went in with this NARS liner, which I didn't quite love, so I switched it to the Rimmel eyeliner, which I like a lot more because I feel like it's a lot more creamy. And so it's just a brown liner by Rimmel, and then applied this really close to my lash line and then dragged it with an angled brush to create that subtle cat eye. So then I like to, of course, curl my lashes several times and then apply mascara. This is by Marc Jacobs, one of my favorite mascaras. And I just didn't want to apply lashes or anything today because I wanted it to be super casual. And so instead, I'm just going to go straight to my lips. For my lips, I'm using a lip pencil by Makeup Forever. These just came out and they're really, really great. I love it. And then to top it off, I'm going in with my lip oil by Lancome, and these are awesome as well. They come in different colors, but I feel like once you put it on, they all look very similar, so you can get any shade really, but I'll definitely name the shade that I used in the description box. All right, so the makeup and hair is done. Let's go outside and show you guys what I decided to wear.